Okay, I got this Contour GPS for Christmas with a couple of mounts. I got a glue-on mount and then a goggle mount. And so the first thing I did is take the glue-on mount and I glued it on top of the helmet, let it cure for 24 hours, had some weight on there, went to put it on, and guess what? It pulled right off. It pulled the laminate off the top of the helmet. So that mount failed. And then so the next day I decided I wanted to use the camera, so I put the goggle mount on, put it behind the goggles, got it all set up, went out riding. Towards the end of the day I had a little mishap and broke this mount. So I had two mounts down and wasn't really impressed with either mount when I first was looking at it, how they were done. A little disappointed in them. So I started looking around and found an old camera tripod we had. I think you can pick these up for around 12 bucks. And started looking at if there was a way I could modify this. So what I did is I took it and basically started cutting it up. And I cut a chunk out of the pipe with some tubing cutter, and then drilled a hole through it, and basically came up with something that looks like this. So it's movable. And I took my helmet, took the visor off, and set this up kind of like this. Left it a little bit loose. I used the old goggle mount Velcro piece and just cut the plastic ridge off there, left it on this side. This camera mount, you'll see why I did that in a minute. This camera mount screw on, now just screws on. Get it cinched down, get it close in place, and just kind of snug it there for a second. I'm not all the way tight. And not every helmet you'll be able to set up like this, but this is primarily to give you some ideas on kind of what you can do with different mounts. So then I took the visor. This little piece just goes in behind, so it can still be tightened down and adjust for the height of the visor. Throw the side screws back in. Support and tighten everything up. And now I have a real sturdy helmet mount that's right over the left eye, so the camera will see what my left eye sees, and hopefully we won't have any more problems with broken mounts.